The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
It's hot off the press, and I haven't read through it yet, and I get tripped up.
Very occasionally, particularly, I notice you and Ashley will be reading stuff on air for the first time.
And we'll pronounce it incorrectly.
Why on
and
earth you don't
feel
do it in
like
the pre-show meeting? I don't know.
That doesn't sound very professional.
I mean, it doesn't. But it seems absurd that would happen at this level.
Yeah.
There's
But
been
it
rare
happens.
occasions when I've been doing smarter than Nikki.
Celiac disease.
I have failed to pre-read the questions.
Yes.
And I've completely stuffed up the whole
the
whole game. As a result, anyway.
But
Yesterday.
it's not just things that you read wrong. It's also there are unpronounceables, and there are some words that I need clarification because I think I'm getting a lot of things wrong, or there are some words that just trip me up. I remember we were talking about. I thought it was in memorandum, and I said, Jeremy, what's that thing where they talk about the people who've passed over the year? In the Logies, and I said, is it in memorandum? He said, no, memorandum is like a newsletter passed around the office.
Yeah.
At memoriam.
Oh, in memoriam, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so I've been getting that one wrong. Is it due diligence or is it due diligence?
Due diligence, isn't it?
Due?
Yes.
And is it debut or is it debut?
Oh, I think either one of those I can deal with.
Because America keeps buggering me up because they do things wrong. And something I found out recently, I've been saying anemone wrong the whole time. I thought it was anemone. I thought you hit the...
Oh, what's it mean? What word?
Like the fish or whatever? What are you
Yeah,
talking
anemone. It's actually anemone.
What is it?
I see it, anemone. It's like...
Is
it's
that like
one of
Nemo?
those, like...
Is that like...
It's what they live in.
I don't even
And
know.
did you know
Why are you
that they
using
look like
why are you using
coral?
that word so
Why is that coming up in your conversation?
I had a marine fish tank
Why are
for
you
a
doing
long
that?
time.
Why are you doing that weird thing with your hands right now?
Because I'm doing a sea
soft
anemone
coral.
with my
Something
head.
like an anemone.
But it's not coral.
Something like an-
It's a creature.
Well-
They move. They eat.
Yeah, but you know how
It's
to say it.
nuts.
Yeah.
Anemone.
Anemone. Oh, any of those NME, MN, MNN, NMN, like that's just tough. That's a tough area.
And normally,
LMNP.
I really have to think out anomaly before I say that, which is not very often that I use the word
Why are
anomaly.
you using it? Exactly.
And particularly, how many la-la-las do you hit? Particularly?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Particularly. Yeah, that's tough. Particularly.
Particularly
Yeah.
or particularly? How many L's do you hit in particularly?
How many syllables does Australia have?
Australia. Oh,
Yeah, right.
yeah. Particularly.
I'm not
I think
playing-
it's 4.
Yeah.
And oriented or orientated. If you're oriented, does that mean you're Chinese? Or is it oriented? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think I know.
No, you know what I mean? Like, because is it orientated or is it oriented?
I don't know. Is the
13,
short-
24, 10.
Orientated.
If there's words you don't pronounce right, can't pronounce right, or words you're confused with, give us a call and even correct me on some of these because I'm getting cricket from the boys
We
at the
need
moment.
answers.
We need answers and we need problems too that we can help solve.
Expedite.
Expedite,
I want to
expedite.
expedite something. Expedite something.
Oh,
I still don't know.
expedite.
I still don't know.
I
which
use
one means quicken
expedite.
up.
Let's expedite it and let's make it faster.
Yeah, what's expedite?
Expedite.
Is that a word? Or am I
Isn't that a
making it up?
website where it connects you with holidays?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
How did I win? Oh, yeah. Okay, so people have been calling in with their words.
They certainly have, and we've got Antonia on the line from Ascot.
Antonia.
Ascot,
What a
if
great
I'm
way to
right.
start. It's
Yeah.
Antonia, right? Is it Antonia?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Antonia.
Ah,
Oh, it is
so I
Anto-
was
oh.
right.
Hi.
You've started the debate already. All right, what have you got for us, Antonia?
Okay, so I'd like to bring everyone's attention to the fact that there is not a word in the English language by the name of think.
Oh,
Think.
Mate, that is a pet peeve of mine too.
Oh, absolutely. And I want to correct people all the time at work, on the TV, friends, but sometimes I just feel like I'm this little Nancy Pantsy sort of thing.
no, I mean,
No, we're with you all the way. That does my head in.
So the question is, where does it come from? Because I mean, how you get through school, I do not know.
It's just it's
and
not
not work out
laziness,
that
I reckon.
something. So that's what I'm saying. So somehow the influence of parents is outweighing what you're learning at school when it comes to something. Like,
It's also-
how do you learn something?
And it's not just
It's
something.
harder to say than something.
It's everything.
And everything.
Everything.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we need to bring back throwing chalk at kids' heads. If they say something, they should get chalk
I know my
in their
brother,
head.
my brother
be
rang
home.
me. I told you this, didn't I? My brother rang me and goes, "Hey, just,
this is disgusting.
Just because it's a pet peeve of mine," and he goes, and I'm just like, I notice it a lot, but you, as in me, he goes, you always say, like, you'll say something or everything.
You've never said that.
And I went, no, I don't. He went, yeah, you do. I'm just letting you know, but you
Well,
It's
do.
gaslighting.
In fairness
And
to
I-
him, I've spent more time with you than he ever has. And you have,
Anyone-
you have never,
yes.
ever said something. If you said that, I would pull you
We'd
up.
slap you.
Yeah, I believe.
I would throw
believe
something at
I'd
you.
get shortened up pretty quick.
you definitely
if I
would.
was saying that.
Yeah.
The other one that gets me too, where I get cringed, is people who will say, especially,
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah.
Don't even.
especially
What
really.
about arcs?
Yeah.
How? How are you learning that at school?
Could you imagine being on
12
Tinder
years.
date and someone said that? I'd just up and walk away from
It
the
happens
table.
all the time.
Blah, 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 blah. No, don't say arcs. Please don't say arcs. Okay, who else have we got?
Back out of Parkinson.
Hey guys, I've got two. I've got brewery and familiarity. Familiarity. Oh Jesus.
That's a good one.
Have another crack at it.
Familiarity
Okay, ready?
breeds
Yeah, have
contempt.
a, yeah.
Go on, Beck.
Familiarity.
Yeah.
You've almost got to be drunk at a brewery
Yeah.
to say it. Like, you've got to let it roll. You know what I mean? Like familiarity.
Where do you put the Y in? Familiarity. Is it familiarity?
There's a Y on the end.
Yeah.
There's a Y on the end.
It's just at the end. Familiarity.
Say
So
it again,
get
Beck.
the-
Say it again. Just give me one.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Familiarity.
That's a tough one.
Beck's been keeping everyone at arm's distance because she can't say the word, so she keeps everyone, so no one's familiar.
Yes.
And you think, when do you say it? But I always say it with that familiarity breeds contempt, which is that saying that makes you sound really smart.
I don't think there's a Y in the middle. I don't think it's yarity. I think it's familiarity.
Yes, familiarity.
Familiarity.
Yeah.
Larity.
Get rid of that Y.
No, for me, it's familiarity.
No.
It's not. It's
no.
a UA. It's not a Y. It's a familiarity.
And I'm glad you said brewery because it's like lisp, right? Like why is lisp got an S in it?
Yeah, it's
You know,
stupid.
like for
It's
people that suffer
mean.
through and struggle
that's a good
with a
point.
lisp.
Yeah.
And brewery sounds like you're already drunk.
Yeah, if you're at the 4X brewery, the last thing you want to have to say is, I'm at the 4X brewery.
When sounds match their meaning. Oh, that's a good one.
Go to
Familiarity.
Dave out of Spring Hill. What do you got, Dave?
Mate, I've got a dilemma, Ash.
Oh, yes, you do.
Hang on, say it again. A what?
A dilemma. No, I've got a dilemma. It's all your fault. It goes back to Smarter Than Nicky earlier in the week. And my girlfriend and I, we play along afterwards every week, every day. And I gave myself some props and said, yeah, these guys have got it wrong. It's I'm going to give myself the point for that. It's spelled, with an N-N-A.
So what is it?
Oh,
Well-
how you spell dilemma.
So how do
How you spell dilemma? And you guys said, oh no, it's two M's. I have just been a numbnut for 30 years. I thought it
You've
was,
been putting an N in there.
yeah.
It's like
So
column. There's
do
an
you
N on
mean?
the end of column. He's been
Dilemma?
spelling dilemna.
Dilemma.
It gets worse.
Oh,
so
no.
my girlfriend, she looked it up in the dictionary, and it was two M's. I said, where the hell did I get the N from? So anyway, yesterday I found this thing. This is from a 1514 copy of some sort of philosophical text, and it uses dilemma spelt with the NN. So the two have been, the spellings of in fact coexisted for over 500 years.
Are you serious?
So hang on, in the Bible, did you say they spell it with an
No,
N?
just some philosophical text from 1514. So it's been a long week, Nick, seriously.
You've been going down some weird rabbit holes this week, mate.
Oh, mate, I tell you. So I need clarification. I need the win here, guys. What are we going with? Are we
Well,
going with both, or-
AI overview. The correct spelling of dilemma is DILEMMA, not with an NA. The word dilemma is a common misspelling, likely due to the similar sounds and the silent N in the correct spelling.
And how do we feel, getting back to the sounds, like how do we feel about, I've got a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah.
Dilemma.
Yeah.
I've never
gonna
said
have to-
dilemma.
Oh,
I'm going to have to take you out here, aren't I?
Wow.
Yeah, I think you've,
now Ash is
it's
diving.
no
It's the first time
good.
he's used his laptop in years.
Is it garage,
Oh,
or
but I don't
garage?
I don't know.
Garage. In the UK, they say garage.
What was the one we were talking about before, off air? I've forgotten.
Anemone. No, orientated
Gruntled.
and
Disgruntled.
gruntled. That's right. Yes,
And then
disgruntled
there's this
is
thought
a
that- yeah.
yeah. So disgruntled is a commonly accepted word that means you're really cranky.
Yep.
And we were arguing over the dinner table, going, "Hang on a minute. Does that mean gruntled means happy?" No one's ever used the word gruntled.
But there's some lines of thought that suggest that gruntled at one point was a word for someone that was happy and contented. So, yeah, I'm pretty gruntled about the weekend. Whoever is saying that.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Let's see, I've already made like a date for whenever that F1 movie comes out.
Next Thursday, right?
We're going to watch it. I'm going gold class, the whole hog.
You're on the coast too. That like
with the fam.
Yeah, with the whole family.
it'd be worth going to IMAX at Pack Fair.
Absolutely.
Really?
It's shot for IMAX.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, that's what I'm doing.
That'd be
Oh yeah, because then they drive twice as far.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that'd
see
be
them
cool.
do the full straight instead of half the straight.
Okay, no, good tip.
I strongly recommend you find the biggest screen possible. In the shortest way to describe it, it is by far the most realistic sports film in history.
What?
I think this is going to go off its tits because we've all got Piastri fever at the moment, and kids who normally just follow footy are now following the Formula One because we've got a role model who's kicking goals.
I think my biggest concern with this film was I've got such great expectations of it that, like, and even off air, I said to Lutz, "Did you go to that movie last night?" He went, "Yeah." Well, let's save it for on air because I didn't want to have it spoiled. But I kind of thought you were going to go, you know what I mean? But you've just come out and said it's the most, what did you say, realistic sports film of all
history.
time.
I can't think of
Really?
anything which even gets close. And I mean,
Wow.
the attention to detail across every single facet of it and this is a big one for me, that when you see sports films and it's a big letdown, the commentary.
Yeah.
The commentary is absolutely real. Like you feel, and it's even with Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
Even with
Yes.
that, you feel like they've come back and done it in post-production.
Oh, definitely.
And that's what they do.
They've definitely
right?
done the commentary in post.
So
on
if they need Piastri to be in turmoil with 2 laps to go, Piastri's in trouble with 2 laps to go, and you think he didn't say that in the real thing, right? So it doesn't sound right. This sounds so real, and even the start of it doesn't even start in F1. It starts in NASCAR, or whatever. And the great thing is at the start of it, I'm sitting there and I'm going, that's an Australian voice commentator. That's Lee Diffie. That's Lee Diffie.
Is it really?
Who was a teacher at Ipswich Grammar School that then became the sports Channel 10 Motorsport.
Yep.
And it's like, that's Lee Diffie's voice. I'm nudging everyone. And then they show Lee Diffie. Like, Lee Diffie's actually in the first 5 minutes.
Really?
That's a bit cool.
I literally just texted him then because he's a mate of mine now because he's the world's best track and field commentator.
Yeah.
I said, Lee, what the hell? You're in F1. He goes, I did not see that in my bingo card for this year. He says it was just incredible how it happened. But so that's amazing. And then you've got this incredible merger between what is essentially real Formula One footage that they filmed through the year in Las Vegas. Remember, we all saw that in Las Vegas and various other venues. And somehow they put this fictitious team where Brad Pitt and Idris
Damson
Idris are the 2 drivers, and they somehow put this in so you're watching races where they're going next door to Lewis Hamilton.
Really?
And it's like, how? Like, it's incredible. And if you look at the reason is, you look at the credits, and I urge people to look at the credits at the end. I think even at the start they have some of the major the major people involved in the film, and it's just absolutely stacked. Like, you've got the producers. Well, firstly, you got Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yep.
Obviously.
When you talk about like what all that review you referred to, Ash, about being a true like blockbuster, like Bruckheimer's done the bit like through the 90s, late 80s, like he has hands, your Top Guns and stuff, but then like your Bad Boys, your Armageddons, like just big old school blockbusters.
He knows how to do it.
Yeah. And then the other producers, you got Brad Pitt, obviously, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm reading about him right now. His production company, Dawn Apollo, is involved in the movie's production, serves as a consultant. So he was there as a technical and advisory input to ensure the movie's authenticity.
Yeah, and they're all in it. And even the cameos you see in it, which usually, if you see these films and they'll have a cameo. Say there's an NFL film and they'll get Brady. Yeah. For a 5-second cameo. It just looks fake. It doesn't look like it's like, hey guys, good luck on the game today. Yeah, that sort of stuff. No, these guys. It's like these, and I don't know all the names, but the principals. The owner, the team principals.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them in it, and it just looks legit. It looks like they're all actors, but real actors.
Is it? You're getting me very excited here. I've got to be honest.
I know. It's revving my engine.
Is it a good storyline?
It's a pretty strong storyline. Yeah.
Even without the chick from Bridgerton in it?
Well, I have no concept of what she was going to do in it, but it all makes sense. It's easy enough that anyone can understand it. The scenes are so powerful in it. There's in all facets of it. It just seems realistic.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems realistic, and I think I said to Mitchie before as well. I think when this year when you get snippets on Instagram like they're filming it. You can see Brad Pitt at the Las Vegas Formula One, and they're like, I bet people are filming some of the scenes of it, so it's going to wreck it. I think they were filming scenes as decoys. Because there was stuff I saw on Instagram that doesn't appear in the film, so I think they were doing dummy shoots, like genius, to throw people off the trail.
Or they just shot way too much, and then they
maybe they
cut it all down.
Possibly
did that as well. But again, just biggest screen possible. This is like an iconic sports film, but you've got Brad Pitt. At his best.
Really?
And the young dude, what's his name again? We've got to get it in our head.
Damson Idris.
Damson Idris. Is this a breakout for him?
Well, I'd never heard of him, so it's a strong yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A strong breakout for him as well.
How many Lincolns?
I can't give Lincolns. It's not for me to give, but I think if I was Lincoln Lewis...
Giver?
If I was Lincoln Lewis, I'd be having a very different weekend coming up, but also I would give it... 4 Lincolns.
Really?
Yep.
Out of 5.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Well, we were told earlier this morning there's been a massive data breach, like the biggest that we've ever seen. 16 billion passwords across Apple, Google, Facebook, and other sites have been leaked. History's largest ever data breach. So what does that mean?
A lot of us don't know what that means, yeah.
How will that affect us? Let's speak to Trevor Long, he's our tech expert. We all know Trevor, and editor at EFTM. Good morning, Trevor. Can you break this down into layman terms for us all, mate? What does this exactly mean?
Good morning. Basically what's happened here is a bunch of security researchers have found a gold mine on the dark web of information, which is basically passwords and login details. And they say there's something like 16 billion records. Now, to be clear, Google, Apple, Facebook have not been hacked in no way, shape or form. But all this information is legitimate because millions of people have, without their knowledge, been hacked themselves. So what happens is whether you got a virus on your computer or you had an app on your smartphone that was infected, these criminals, these cyber criminals, have been listening. They've been monitoring your every activity, and they don't do anything to you. But what they do is they take the information and they put it in a database. So every time you log into another website, yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
Ah, okay.
So if you're wondering how scammers get so much good information about you, if you're wondering how the emails that you get that are scams seem like they actually know you, it's because what they do is they buy millions of records, millions of pieces of information, and they then use that information to make you think that they have, your information in a greater scale. But look, the biggest problem here is a lot of people do use the same password. A lot of people haven't changed their password in some time. And that's really the biggest risk that we all have right now.
So, I mean, do you as a tech expert...
Me or Trevor?
Not you. I'm Trevor. Yeah, sorry, Ashley. Do you, like, when I sit here and go, well, that's well and good, Trevor, but how on earth do you bloody, like, I feel like every day now I'm getting asked to redo one, or what's your password, or where is it? Am I just completely ignorant? Do you sit there on a daily basis and have no dramas about your passwords?
I sit here oblivious to the world because I know that I can't control much of what's going on. But what I do is I change my passwords on a semi-regular basis, every 3 to 6 months.
How do you remember it?
Okay.
Well,
get
this
Google
is-
Chrome
this
to
is-
remember it.
This is complicated. Well, not complicated, controversial. A security expert will tell you this is an outrageous thing to do, but I'm trying to help the average person here, right? What I do is I have the same password for Twitter and Instagram and Facebook or whatever, because I know that password is going to be easy to remember if I say it and use it multiple times. But it's a strong and secure password, so it's multiple words strung together. It's got all the characters and things in it. And so when I type it once or twice, I've remembered it, and I know that my Instagram password is the same as my Twitter password, etc., etc. Plus, I've put in place all that two-factor authentication that people sometimes ignore, which is really the best security you can have. But essentially my advice is make sure that your bank and your email, those passwords are unique and complicated. So they're not shared anywhere, because you never want someone in your bank, of course, but you also never want someone in your email, because that's where they can control all your passwords by resetting them.
Right.
Yes, which is why my Netflix keeps changing to Indonesian. I obviously need to update my passwords because I can't, and then it's really hard to
I feel like
change
someone
it.
in Indonesia has your password, and you should very quickly change that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do, but they've been quite harmless, and their shows they watch are similar to my viewing
Have you
habits.
good
So
recommendation?
Some good gear, have they?
they're kind of into my film, so it's probably just someone who can't afford it. Oh, I'll let them share for a bit.
Oh,
But,
you're so kind.
The other hack I have I like that you say you change all your passwords across the board to the same thing, so you remember it. The other thing I do is I save all my passwords into my locked notes, so you can only open them with your Face ID.
Great idea.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't mind people writing down passwords. Again, it's not common security advice, but please don't write it on a Post-it note in the front of a folder you carry around
Diary.
with you. Please don't put it on your desk at home or at work. Yeah, if it's in a locked and secure note on your phone, that's totally fine, because that way you can find it and remember it. But also don't get complacent by saying it's locked, it's secure, it's good, and I don't need to change it. Because fact is, it's not always you that exposes your password. It's often that the website got hacked. And if you do use the same password on two different websites, then that password they'll just try. So with these 16 billion records, what the scammers are now doing is they're going, okay, here's an email address and here's a password. Let's just try it on a bunch of sites. So if you have reused, then they're going to log into a few things for you, and that's where you're going to be caught and come undone.
I was laughing as you were talking about your password protection as I sit here behind this microphone and I look at my
Post-it note.
I look at my Post-it note. It's got Thursday 25
You know what?
written
There's
on
no
it.
point even writing password 123 on a Post-it note.
It's
Oh.
unbelievable.
And then you just say it on
And all
radio.
of my previous
No, you just
password-
said on radio.
Well, listen, it's only my work email, so go at it.
Oh yeah, totally. You just exposed the entire network's infrastructure. So well done.
I better change it. Alicia, can you help me change my password? Thanks, Trevor. Appreciate it, mate. Putting it into
pleasure.
layman terms for us, and and some important safety tips there as well, which I will heed as soon as we go to the break.
No,
Thanks, mate.
you won't.
Have a good weekend, Trev.
See you, Trev.
Cheers. No worries.
Bye.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.